Hey, we're back. Let's hammer some of this out. Let me see here. The knight check. Basically, the king had to move. Knight c7. King moved to e8 to. I'm sorry. Knight c7. King went from e8 to e7. I really don't see anything better than rook over, but that may be wrong. Hmm. I have a question about that. That is puzzling. See here. I go here. He'll block. No more checks. Do it unrated. I'll be right back. Alrighty, let's do it to it. Oops, sorry, my bad there. Oh, what did I? Ah. Ah, that's right. Okay. Because if you try to do bishop to g5 and try to fork these, you have a check here. If you come down or come up, the rook would slide over and then you don't have anything. So we can't do that. Try to check, king up. Let's see. Okay, if we played bishop here, bishop g4, rook h3, check, king g4, rook d h8, rook a8 check, king d7. Oh, wait a second. This is even sillier. That's too complicated. Duh, just check, take, and then fork. That's why it doesn't work either. By the way, I didn't think about that. I was thinking here, 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 here. This doesn't work. It looks like it works, but the problem is, what do you do about that? And you can't. My idea was to play here, but I forgot that you could take there. But by just checking and then taking, drawing the king back, you do a fork on the two, and then you just pick up the rook. Simple, straightforward, and ready to roll. Okay, let me see. Rook d2 check, king. Oops. king, let's say e3 takes, actually he has to stay on with so it can't be e2, it's probably gonna be f3. f3, rook takes g2, king takes g2, and then b2, rook b1, b8 equals queen, rook takes e8, and then knight takes e8. What? It went down? How did it go down? That's odd. Huh, go figure. Okay. Rook g6 check. If king f8, queen a3 check, queen e7, then rook g8 check. Then you grab the queen. Hmm. Trying to figure out if G3 might be something that attacks the queen and makes it have to move. If the queen goes to H3, then then we can actually push the pawn and attack the rook. Or we could just straight up push the pawn. Yeah, I like this move. Or let me see, is it this move? No. Okay, pawn takes. Which way do we want to take with? I want to actually take towards, let's see, H, oops, not N, H takes G5, knight, H7, and queen, H5. Oh, so he plays there, okay. We could potentially have knight F5, and that would block the knight, the protection from the bishop, and then after bishop takes F5, E takes F5, and still the knight hangs. So I'm gonna go with that. Really don't see anything wrong with queen takes a f4. If the bishop intercepts, it's mate. Knight intercept, pawn takes. I don't really see anything wrong with this. Phew. See if we go queen e3 check. King goes back to so check. And goes back to f1. Maybe bishop h5. Push the pawn, we go there. If we try bishop now, yeah, she has bishop here to cover that. Bishop to g3 to cover that. Hey, thank you. Yeah, sometimes a little dust. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out if queen e3 isn't the move. Then king f1, and then bishop h5. That, and then if he would threaten mate, we would have him. I believe that's the right move. Let's see, bishop e2, bishop takes e2, pawn takes e2, and then queen takes e2, move and mate. Okay, I'm looking to see if there's any fork potentials with d4, pawn d4, and so if d4, queen takes d4, bishop takes f3, check, king, maybe not, maybe it's queen takes, queen takes for check, king, trying to see if that might not be an idea. We have to also be careful of knight e7, which wins the rook. So we might have to reconsolidate everything again, because I did look at rook takes c3, but then he has queen e8 check, king g7, and I think queen f8 check. I think something like that. I'm not sure if or we could still be okay. Yeah, maybe we are okay. Maybe we are. Huh. Hmm. But I think he. Oh no, not a problem. Hey, you know what? We're a team. That's the whole point. We'll find this. We will find this. Not to worry. Hmm. Why not just grab it? Well, I was thinking about this, but let's take a lookie. Yeah, that was the correct move. Ah, drat. I missed that. Snap. That was a 2500. Good find there. Excuse me. I'm looking for an Arabian mate here. I'm thinking that we can get an Arabian mate via rook takes a7, check, king takes a7, knight c6, check. Let me see. Maybe better, maybe not. Rook takes. No, no. Because he's threatening mate. I'm trying to figure out which route of takes to do. Is it this? Is it this? But the only problem is the king could take at that point. So a7, king takes, check, and back. Maybe we have to first do a block here. Rook g7 to set up a barricade so that when he comes down here we could block, and even if he takes, we could take. We still have the setup for an Arabian mate here. So I really don't see how we can force an Arabian mate at this moment. Let's see, is there any way to force one? I don't really see any way. I think we're going to have to block with g7 first, come down when he checks on h1. So we are going to have to go g7. When he checks on h1, we intercept. If he comes down, if he checks here, we can just take. He takes, we're here. He comes up. Maybe he's got perpetual. I don't think he does though. Then we have an Arabian mate, but because we have one set, and then after we takes, he'll push. Oh man alive. Yikesies. I still think g7 is the only way to be played. Okay, let me see. Is it this? Nope. Is it this? Nope. Is it that? Nope. I have no idea what to play. Oh. Wow. Had the Arabian mate idea, just let's see, what if he takes here? Oh, he gets mate 1. Drat, I should have seen that. I should have seen that. Let's see why this doesn't work though. Yeah, it's the Arabian, it's a pattern. It's a pattern setup. You come here, you take there, he takes here, because if he takes here, he gets mated in one. So he has to take, and this blocks the mate, so that it allots us the ability for the Arabian mate setup. And when he comes back here, we have the it's the oldest checkmate in chess history, the Arabian mate. I always think of Aladdin and you know, Disney's Aladdin. Arabian night, like Arabian day. Uh, we had the right thing though. I gotta be able to see those. That's a deeper one, so we're gonna have to be able to calculate deeper. That just comes with practice, so we're getting better. We saw that there was a Arabian mate. We just had to implement it, which is a good thing that we're visualizing it. Okay. So we basically played we played Alekhine, and Banco took Alekhine, b5. The queen takes Alekhine a5. If the king moves, we just pick up a piece. So the queen's going to have to intercept on that. d2. So queen takes a5, queen d2. And then we could play, no. Huh. Yeah, that works. Then we could play bishop here. Queen here, queen up, bishop here, pawn takes. We grab the queen. Yeah. Kaboom. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Happy day. Okay, bishop a2, which covers the checkmate and prepares for us to play d7, pawn d7. To play pawn d7, I believe that's the only way to save the bishop and everything intact here. Yeah, bishop a2 is the only way. Pow. Boom. You gotta love that. Gotta love it when a plan comes together. Let's see if we play rook takes. Yeah. Trying to figure out if rook takes. D6, rook takes D6. Or is it, rook takes, if rook takes, then we got check. Interesting. Yeah. Rook takes is the move. Ah. Snap. Snap, crackle, and pop. Okay, let's see. Check, rook c7 check. If king g8, then we have king g6. If king e8, we have king e6. So this is the first start of the combo right here. We grab the rook. Okay. Say rook b, g2, check, king f1, rook takes g3, threatening to win the knight. We could play knight here. When the rook takes, we take check, then we mate. Oh, drat. I can't believe I didn't see that. Drat. Here, 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 here. Ah. That's not fun. What happens if he plays here, we play there, then he plays here? Oh, we have mate. Okay. Yeah. Ah, snap. That's perpetual. Ah, don't want perpetual. We wanna win. We wanna own. We wanna dominate. We don't want perpet. No, 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 no. We don't want that. Let's see, d6. Queen C. Huh. Does he have anything after d6? He's got to move his queen. So if he goes, no, I don't really see anything he could do after. His position's so horrible. Our opponent's position's so horrible, I don't see any really thing that he could do after d6. Taking doesn't really do anything because we'd be equal material at that point. We don't want equal material, we want a win. So what are we missing here? What are we missing here? Do we just pick up the knight? But the queen could just take at that point. What do we get for that? Huh. Really don't see anything other than taking. I hope this is right. No, it's not. I don't know what I was thinking this, but okay. That is not fun. So here, if he takes here, we pick up a rook. Okay. Drat. I had that idea. I knew there was something more. Drat. I need to look deeper. We almost have him in a box. If knight c6 or c3, knight c3. I don't know what he's gonna play, but let's say he plays king b4. Could actually play a5 right now. And then there. That would lead to mate, wouldn't it? What am I missing here? Oh, that's mate. Whoa. Completely missed that, mate. Yikesies, yikesies. Just, yeah. What did I miss here? Let me see. Wow. So I had the right idea. Come on. We gotta be able to find this. Come on. Ay, ay, ay. Oy, oy, oy. No. No, it was queen takes, maybe it was c4, and then I know it was rook a4, king take a4 check, king takes a4, queen takes check. I think it was the c4 pawn b takes c4, knight takes. So I think it's c3 check, king moves, and then rook slides over, and there's a pawn that protects everything. And it's like, oh. I was looking. I was trying to remember the puzzle that we went over. Thinking that maybe rook d7. Yeah, rook d7. And well, no, rook d7 doesn't do anything because of the bishop guarding this pawn here. Let's see. The bishop takes h7 check. King. I had to think about this one. King f8. Rook takes a2. I think we pick up a pawn in that line. Yep, let's go for it. Okay, D takes E5. D takes E5. I'm gonna drink water real quick. That was good. Maybe that does. Maybe that one is right. I think you're right on that. Yeah. No, I think you're right. No. Yeah, I think that this one is because he can actually block after that. Yeah. Oh. Oh, wait a second. I just want to see what the difference in points are. Okay, we got that right. King takes, bishop there, queen over. So if we take here, okay, he could take our knight. Okay, I missed that. Well, then we check here. King c1, knight takes, queen takes, pawn takes, and rook takes, and we're up a whole piece. Okay. Gotcha, I'll remember that now. Okay, let's take a look at rook takes e2, queen, e2, sorry, check, king takes e2, there's something better than that. Queen, b7, RB8 check, bishop C2, queen takes C8 check, queen D2, D2, D8. And then we can grab this rook here. Oh. What am I missing here? Wait a second, I did that and it didn't like it. Whoa. Oh, yes. Well, I guess we'd have to check when we... Well, let me see. What am I doing? Hold on. Oh, drat. Okay, there. Ah, snap. Let's redo that again. Okay, here, here, here. He takes. Here. And there. Gotcha. Drat. Not fun. Yeah. Let me see here. Let me see here. Let me see. I'm thinking potentially knight E8. But then he has knight he has knight A6. Yeah. That stops my idea. So okay, so let's see, 98. So 96. What to do after that? Let me see. We could potentially check. Would a check work? Nice. Yeah. Yeah, that's a better one. And I'll show you guys why this doesn't work. Oops. Let's see. Here doesn't work because of knight a6 and queen d, and I think he can actually play bishop takes here. Yes, we're up material, but he can hold with bishop d. We're still okay. We're still winning with here because we can pick up a rook, but not like this here. Mate 3, you gotta love that. Check, takes, and then mate 3. Yeah, we saw that for sure. Okay. We did good there. So which way to take is the key. Which way, which way. Which way to take. Because each one, so if we take h takes g5, we shut that whole line down. If he goes g6, we can push, check, but then he'll take that pawn. Maybe that does work. Well, I'm thinking h takes g6, check, or a5. King g6, f5, check, bishop takes king takes g5, and rook g2 I think is mate, if I'm not mistaken. Because if he takes here, then we can actually implement. I'm thinking, let me see here, I want to see. Oh, queen g2. Okay, it's queen g2. Was there a mate with anything else besides queen g2? Okay, so this doesn't lead to mate then. That leads to mate 3. Okay, these queen moves lead to mate in 2. So we did have the right mating idea. So here, h, and then queen g7. There. Rook's different though. If you did rook, first of all you'd have to do bishop g. Yep. There. And then there. And so a little bit longer of a mate. So just go for, yeah. So we had mate, but it was longer. Let me see here. Let me see. Well, this should be a cincher. Oh yeah, that would be So f5, queen takes f5. Oops. 5 check. Bishop d7. Check. King move. And then bishop takes f5. I don't know where the king's gonna move, so. Oh wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay. Okie dokie. That's me too. I had a switch there for a sec, but let me see. We back up there again if we don't watch it. And we don't want that for sure. We don't want him back on his pedestal. Yeah, because it's based on his king running to save this here. So we have to find the correct checking sequence. We have to see if that's there. He can come over. No, we don't want to do that. Then he's right as rain again. I think this works this time. Wow. I thought he was going to come back here, then that actually does work. Pretty clever for sure, for sure. Yeah, that is King F5 is an idea. We gotta find this. There's a way to lure that. I know there's a way to lure the king. Ah, why didn't I? That's perfect. Now we got the queen. Now we got him. Now we got the queen. We had to lure him right here so that we can get him here after he moves. We take here. Even if he comes c3, we take pawn, and we can, even if need be, move our bishop to guard here, and this pawn's going to queen. Yeah. Let's see here. It was a stalemate. If he takes, it's stalemate. I should go over that with you guys, and I'll show you after this one. We'll go back over that one. Yeah. I had to figure that one out. I had to see all the way through. You don't gotta make sure all your lines are 100% on task on that one. Because one wrong move in that situation would end with you getting mated. Let's see here. Let's see, queen, b5 check. No, no, no. He just moves over. Boy, if we didn't have that, if he didn't have that knight, we would have mate. If the knight on b8 wasn't there, that would be a sweet mate on d7 after b5 check. Queen b5, knight wasn't there, d7 would be mate. But so now we got to implement our plan. There's a check there. There. Maybe. Let me see there. We could. That's One thing I learned from this is you always got to see if there's anything, because Alekhine's theory comes true. Oh yeah, that would well, let me see. Could the queen actually take at that point though? After it's a good idea. Well, let me see. D. Oh, you're right. D. Oh, yes, yes. You're right. I was, for some reason I was thinking D5. Yeah. E4. Yes. E4. Yes. That does win the queen. Yes, that is right. Yes. 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 Oops. Oh. Ouch. Uh huh. Uh huh. Oh, wait a second. We can't win the queen. The bishop protects the queen. Ah, snap. Da, 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 da. That's okay. We'll get it. Don't worry. Let me see here. Let me see. What are we missing? What else could there? Because I know there's something here. Let me see. Is there a knight takes d5, queen takes d5? No, that doesn't work. Would bishop f5 be a bishop f5? Pawn takes f5. Then no, because the bishop covers that. Would rook f5? No, no, no. That doesn't work, because then the queen could just grab the bishop on g6. Huh, this is a puzzle for sure. Let me see. Maybe queen b4 check, then he has c5. Take the perpet. Well, I think he'd go c5. If we went queen b4, I think c5 would be played in that line. Oh, you're right. Well, yeah, then we could take. Yeah, yeah, that's right. Yeah, yeah, nice, 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 nice. So it must be a perpet then. Nope, no perpet there. So if rook takes, then do we have knight check? Let's see. No. Yeah. Oi, oi, oi. Let me see. Let's see. Queen b king. Oh, queen a. Okay, queen a. Yeah. Okay. All right. Queen a8, d6. Gotcha. Oh, knight b. Knight b5. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Ah, yeah, you have an Arabian mate. Nice. That is so sweet. You don't get to do an Arabian mate every day. Especially like that. You don't get to do an Arabian mate. Wow. That's nice. Nice, nice, nice. Nice. That was really a cool one. And that's more likely going to arise in a game, that type of a cramped setup, and you're going to have to be able to, like Gary said, Grandmaster Gary Kasparov said that you're dealing with a jungle in chess, and you have to. He told that to Josh Waitskins. You're going to have to basically cut through all the brush to find the moves. He called it the black and white jungle. Okay. All I could see that. Well, no, then there'll be a fork here. I'm thinking knight takes f5, and then that sets up a fork. I mean, I'm sorry, he sets up a fork with here, but I think we're still okay with that. Oh. Okay, yeah. Okay. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, King F8 I think's forced. I think I was trying to see if there's any other thing, because I noticed that after this move here, I'll show you. I'll show you what happens. Okay, here, there. If let's say rook takes, you play G F6, and then you can grab that. And if he tries to run like either here, we pick that off. If he runs here, pick that off. If he runs there, we pick that off. So he's going to lose a piece. Not a problem. We're all trying to get better and learn. That's the way that you do it. You have to sometimes stop, go over it, and even if you get it wrong and you have a question about it, you can go to the analysis board on here and see why it's not right. That's the way you learn. You learn from your mistakes and you improve. Ugh, boy, got thirsty there. Okay, let's see here. Okay, the queen. Boy, we're in a pretty big a little bit of problem here. We're gonna have to hurry with that. Yeah, we gotta get our solution fast, because he's wanting to play queen. Excuse me. Queen takes e8, king up takes, then we have to run, and then he mates us. So he has mate in, let's see, 1, 2, 3. He has mate in 3 if we don't force the situation. So we have to actually now any move you were going to play has to be with check. So keep that in mind. Or it could be maybe defending the bishop too. So supposedly maybe after the entire line there might be a queen b5. So you never know. You know, we always have to keep that in mind, that the queen can guard this bishop. d4, okay. Okay, queen d4, bishop, king b1. Oh, you're doing the chunking method. That is a not a bad idea. Let's see, where does... Huh. Okay, oh, we take queen takes pawn. Gotcha. I have to remember I haven't done the chunking method in a while. So each one of these applies to a square, and like when you have certain pieces on like the king side, that means a certain thing. On the queen side, that means a certain thing. Yeah. So d4, yeah, king b1, b4 takes check, king c, and what do we play after that? Okay, and oh, we take the rook on e1. Nice. I believe you're that's right. Yeah. Yep. Exactly. Yep. Yep. There's a book called, I believe, The System or something like that, and it talks about how chunking works. I gotta go over that again. I haven't gone over it in a while. It's a pretty good book, and it teaches you how to take a big problem on a chessboard and compact it into like a small cube of learning, and then you can put it in your brain easier that way. Otherwise, you see pieces on the board, and it really messes up your visual stuff. That's how come like d4, b1, b4, and c1. That those are each move sequences with the queen. And then at the very end, the e1 was a take. Let's see here. Let's see. Okay, takes, knight takes, rook takes, queen takes, bishop takes. Yeah. Yeah. This, I really would like to play this here, but let's see. Bishop takes. So we play rook takes, check, queen takes, and bishop takes, king takes, then pawn takes. See, we can use this this pin right here. I'm thinking, do we want to force the sitch with rook takes e7? I think that's the most forcing line. Yeah. Oh, is it bishop takes? Ah, snap. I was wondering if it was that or rook takes. I gotta see what's the difference, because you have to learn from this here. This was a very interesting setup here. See, rook takes, knight takes, rook takes, queen takes, bishop takes, king takes. Okay, and now he's got 2 rooks for a piece, so we're better because he's got more, his king's more exposed. But let's see. Why do that when you can just pick a piece up, right? And now we're threatening to either take here or move there. I'd probably take here, so he's forced kind of to take there, then takes, knight takes, and then we can actually play queen. I believe it's h6. Yeah, queen h6 with the idea of grabbing a pawn, and with proper play, this also gets our knight back in the game too. By grabbing this pawn, we can bring our knight to c5 now, and then we'll have 3 pieces, which would be excellent for a checkmating net. That's okay. We're learning. We keep on learning. Okay. So d6 check, king g7. Yikesies, yikesies. What are we missing here? Maybe. Yeah, d6 seems pretty obvious for the first move, I agree. And queen a1 is pretty, Varakobian calls it a quiet move, which is one of the hardest ones to actually see. A quiet move in a very stressful situation like this on the board, or tension, ouch, with a tension setup, really is hard to find. So, let's see. We have to set this up just right. Okay. Oh, a Grandmaster Varakobian. He teaches at St. Louis Chess Club, and I shouldn't say he teaches at St. Louis Chess Club. He also he taught a concept called silent moves, and I was like, wow, it's really difficult to see because you have to, in a very big time battle, make a quiet move. Yes, exactly. Yeah, he plays in the U.S. Championship. He's a really great teacher. I'm one of his uh, recordings on YouTube got over like 1 million hits on chess learning for, I think it was for beginners, the basics for beginners, I believe. They talked about that. Got like 1 million hits. I was like, cool, that's great. His teaching method's very understandable, and I believe it's friendly, and that's just my opinion. Very friendly. So is Jeremy Silman and Grandmaster Simon Williams. There's a lot of other Grandmaster teachers as well. But if you're interested in starting out, there's also Grandmaster Yazir Sarawan has some on St. Louis too. Chess Club. He does some recordings too, which are really helpful as well. It's a bastion full. It's like a present on a YouTube for a chess player. St. Louis. There's like lots and lots of recordings on YouTube for learning. So if you guys want to get some really good learning, that's a YouTube chess YouTube site to look into. They're also hosting the Magnus Fabi. Yeah, uh, Carlsen. Sorry, Carlsen Fabi. Exactly. Boy, this is a tough one. I can't decide. I believe the first move, like what you're saying, has to be that. So I know for sure that's the first move. We knew this was going to be the next one. So sometimes the best idea, if you get into a sitch where you don't know, but you know the first move, play the first move, and then from there you can build a whole new strategy setup. Yeah. No, I haven't gone over to the games yet, but we should do that. I should do that because there's some really intense world championship games going on, and there some were like back and forth. It came down to like overtime on like or one of them. It came down, I think, gate like three rapid ones. It's like incredible the strength of the world champion candidates tournament. I mean, for the title, women's title, world champion. They're like, whoa. You don't want to mess with those players. They're like, whoa. And I liked Jennifer Shahadi talked about that I believe FIDE added 200,000 more dollars to the pot. They raised it from 300,000 to 500,000, and they're gonna move the next uh, like tournament for the women to go for one to be the world champion, women's world champion, so that it doesn't collide with one of like the Magnus and Fabi game, or whoever wins out of that. The next one will not be so, because it doesn't get enough, in my opinion, camera time, because they're so great players. They're so strong. I saw a couple of them and I was like, wow, that's some powerhouse chess for sure. Let's see here. Okay. Man, if we play, I was thinking if we pull, no, if we played Queen takes F8 and we checked, he'd just go back to G7. It wouldn't work out. I'm actually liking Queen A1 now. Queen A1 makes a lot more practical sense, because if Queen takes pawn, then we can actually do a discovery on the queen with a check. Oh, snap. Oh, nice. Okay, let's see. Nice. That was an excellent find with queen to A. This move here was great find here. And then rook F3, king H6. Oh, we grabbed the rook. Okay. I was wondering why doesn't this one work? Oh, is it because? Oh, it's because of that. Ah, drat. He can just block F6. Yeah, I learned that too. This covers so that now this is impossible to do. Because if he does that, then we have G5 and he's going to lose a whole rook. So that's why it forces king to move and we get a piece, a rook. Okay, we will do one more and then we'll go over. We've been working on the Scotch, and this is a line of the Scotch we'll go over after this one. We'll get this one right, and then we'll go over the Scotch opening. Our Scotch game, sorry, Scotch game. Let's see here. Ooh, nice. This is a sweet one. Queen C3 check. Queen B3, and queen takes queen E takes B4 equals mate. That was sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Gotta love that. Oh, that was good. Okay. Let's see how much time we have left. Perfect. We'll go over this Scotch game, and then I gotta log off. Alright. This is the line I'll show you after this here. This is the standard Scotch setup right here. Right here, this is the start. Like in the French, this is the start of the Scotch. And then from here, there's like 6 other lines that you can go down, or at 3 from here. And then there's another line that we're going to go over on our 4th one. So knight takes F6. Sorry, knight takes F6. Knight F6 to attack this pawn. There's a main line of knight C6 or C3, and then bishop here, and then he takes here, and bishop here, and there, and here. This is the main line, but we're going over a sub line of the main line. After this, you take here, B takes C, and then E5 is one line. Queen E7, Queen E2, Knight D5, C, and then Bishop Bishop A6 pins the pawn. B3, G5 to start getting some counterplay on the king side, because we're going to castle queen side, and we know that white's gonna mainly castle queen side, king side. Black knows that, so he just gets a pawn ready for that to come to pass. Also, it allows for a potential fianchettoing of the bishop to eyeball the A1 rook in the corner. So A3 to attack, and D6 is played. E takes D6, queen takes, bishop takes, and bishop G3 with with an attack to boot here, which is pretty intense to say the least. I believe this is better. It's the Mizers. I don't know how to pronounce that variation. I want to see a game that goes all the way through it. Ooh, supposedly I want to see the one that white won. There's one that black. Oh, there's only one that that won. Let's see, view, and then we'll log off. I gotta log off on this one. This is great. I love going over openings. So takes there, he takes there, takes, and rook c1. You have to play, when you sack a piece or exchange, you have to play active. You gotta love these crazy attacks here. Alright, check. Ooh, sweet. We're pawn storming down the board. Oh wow, that was nice. Bring the king in. This is an excellent game. And yeah, it's over. Wow. Let's take a as one of my professors says, gander at this. See where black went awry. Okay. Still fine. Still fine. It's still fine so far. Okay, it was okay. That's good. There. Okay, this move here is what is this one right here is his losing move. Yep. So it was right. That move was his losing move right here. So this one. The correct move sequence, I believe, is the engine set over there. Because this is gonna come to pass anyways. So you just gotta be okay with the damage that's gonna be being done. You just gotta keep putting, trade. You'll have to give a piece back, and you're basically just holding on for dear life here. So do you guys have any questions or on any of the puzzles or on the Scotch game that we played here, this one? If you have anything you'd like to ask, I'll give you guys a minute before I gotta log off. So if you have any questions on any of this, just type in and we'll take a look. If you have any questions on this opening, I'll give you guys a minute. Did I memorize all these lines? Boy, I wish. I'm still in the process of doing that. I'm trying to improve my memory on that, but no, I don't memorize all of them. I've been working on it though, on getting better in some of the lines. I'm working on getting better in the French for black, so I'm trying to get that in my head. But I do love the Scotch game. And some of these lines, the reason I like the Scotch game is it's so friendly, playable for white. It's a fun opening to go down. It's I also like the London system, and I'm working on the London system as well. So I have a study on the London system. If you a whole like two big blocks of study on the London system. It's from we went over I put the whole book of this in the study. Play the London system. So if you guys want to go over all basically this book, you can go to our my study thing and go over it. It's in there. All the games are. It's in the study on alliedchess.org. That's what I mean, alliedchess.org. So I'll give you guys one more minute if you have any other questions. But I gotta tell you, Fabi and Magnus, they have memories like wow. Or Fabi and Carlson, sorry. Ooh, it's getting intense. I'm loving it. Those games are like out of this world for excellence. I can't wait till tomorrow to see what Carlson, what opening Carlson does and how Fabi counters and how Carlson counters. It's like wow. I guess I'm excited about it. I love watching the super grandmasters play. You get to learn so much, and also when Yazzer, Jennifer, and Maurice talk about it and they go over it, that's also really helpful if you guys tune in to St. Louis Chess Club. They talk about the move lines, and that's really helpful to go over too. That's where we learned the mate in like 66 or something like that. The last game Fabi played against Magnus, there was a mate. One of the engines said a mate 36, and then one of the engines said a mate in 66. And I don't remember if one of them said a mate in 68 or something like that. I thought that was pretty funny how it rhymed. But okay, if you guys don't have any more questions, I will say adieu. Well, guys, I wanted to thank you for all logging on and helping, getting better. I'm still working on my tactics. That's one area I'm really trying to hone down on. And you know what? That's an area that I think all chess players need some work on. But we're doing good. You guys saw that silent. My chess friends saw the silent Queen A1, which was out of this world great. That was a great move. Keep up the good work, guys, because you know what? It's hard to be able to see in the midst of a huge storm battle of, the fog of war, as they say. Being able to make a subtle just move over to the side, not worrying what your opponent's going to do, but knowing exactly that your next move is going to be the win. It takes a lot of maturity to do that. So congrats. And we have to remember that you can know a lot about something, but unless you apply it, it's just in your head. You can be willing to do something like stream or sit down and go through a book on chess, but unless you actually do it, it'll always be a will that you will try to continue to do until you do it. I mean, it'll be a will until you actually do it. And we have to remember also, again, what Bruce Lee said. He said there are no limits. So there are no limits for the human mind. We set our own limits, but there are plateaus, times when it feels like, is my mind ever gonna go beyond a certain thing? Yes. Trust me. And he said, but you must go beyond that. What that means is you have to push, even though it's sometimes like, oh, do I have to do another tactic? Do I have to set up a board and go over an opening? Do I have to analyze this? Do I have to analyze that? Yes, trust me. When you go beyond it and you sit down and you're playing an over the board game, and your opponent plays a kind of awkward move that is not in the opening line that you studied, and you get that, I always call it the spidey sense. So does Yazzer. And we both call it that. And what it is you get that tingle that's like there's something wrong in that situation, and then you go, I remember from when I studied tactics, it's a 5-move tactic, and I do this, and this, and I win, and you set up for it, and you get a 1 and a 0. Then you get to do a great thing, which is so cool. You get to take, if your opponent's willing, of course, you can take them to the Skittles room, and you can sit down and go over the game and explain to them how the tactic worked, like forks, pins, skewers, double attacks, all those, and you can give him a lesson on that. It also improves your learning, and it'll also help your opponent get better as well, so that the next round that they play, they can implement some of the ideas that you help them with. And you know what? Teaching is the ultimate gift of giving back, because I always think about this, and what the Lord said, that what's your legacy going to be? What are you going to leave behind for the next generation? Or how are you going to present the field that He's given you? It's all up to us to decide what we want to do. And in the end, when it's all said and done, what have you left behind? Again, like I said, because we talk about a coal under pressure becomes a diamond, and a sword that is properly hammered and flattened and sharpened can become a very, in the medieval times, a weapon that could save somebody in a time of need. You also have to know how to use a sword to be able, so it doesn't end up hurting you. So that's why it has a handle. I always say the phrase, you have to get a handle on the information. There you go. Because you could have a lot of information, but if you don't have a handle on it, how are you going to be able to protect or learn on the chessboard? And I'll leave you with that information, my chess cruncher friends. A little chess cruncher wisdom from Chess Cruncher himself. I hope you guys take it and use it for the betterment of chess and the Lord, of course. I'll leave you guys with that. Also, can you say a prayer for the families in California that I have it checked recently, and I believe the fires are close to being stopped. but there's a lot of people who lost their lives and a lot of houses that were destroyed. So just keep them in your prayers. Thank you. I appreciate that. And we'll leave you with that. And remember what we always say: we hang up our coat, we hang up our hat, and we sit down and study when most won't. We do, and that makes all the difference. Okay? So Wesley so says through the Lord Jesus, and as I say, God bless, and I'll see you guys next time on Chess Cruncher TV. Have a blessed morning, afternoon, evening, and keep studying. You guys are doing great. And you know what? You can always come if you have games that you have played and you have questions on. You can post them in. We'll go over them. We'll go over them on alliedchess.org, and we'll learn from them. You know what? It's all about learning. So keep pushing forward, guys. Great job. Go Team Chess Cruncher! Hoorah! And I'll see you next time. Be blessed. Bye bye.